राधा स्वामी जी, Bani, Bani Sant Dariya ji. In today's video, we will talk about how to take rest in NAAD, sound current, spirit, and eternal music of God. So let's start the video. Vani is जात हमारी ब्रह्म है, मात पिता प्रभ राम, गिरह हमारा शून्य में, अनहद में विश्राम. Means our caste is Brahma, our parents are Ram, our grief is in silence, our bliss is in eternity. Please try to understand this formula. The sutra is the essence of renunciation. This formula is the essence of renunciation. Caste is our Brahma. Caste means where we are born from, which is our real source of life. Therefore, your caste is not Hindu and not Muslim and not Christian. Because when a child is born, he doesn't know whether he is a Hindu, a Christian, or a Muslim. When a child is born, he neither speaks Sanskrit, nor Arabic, nor English, nor Latin, nor Greek. I heard that a French couple who could not have children adopted a Swedish child from an orphanage. The day they adopted the Swedish child, the French couple hired a Swedish teacher and started learning Swedish. Suddenly, neighboring people asked what happened. Why are you learning Swedish? Do you intend to settle in Sweden? Or are you going on a long trip to Sweden? They said, no, we adopted a Swedish child. Before he grows up and starts speaking Swedish, we should at least learn Swedish. Otherwise, we will not be able to understand what he is saying. The children speak neither Swedish, nor French, nor Hindi, nor English. Children have no language. Zero is their language. Silence is their language. And they have no caste, not Hindu, not Muslim, not Christian. Every child born on this earth and be imposed these. And what a wonderful thing had happened. Castes are imposed on caste. Just being a Hindu is not enough. Then Brahmin in it, then Kshatriya in it, then Vaishya, then Shudra. Even then doesn't work. Then now Konkashtha and Deshashtha even among Brahmins. Just being a Christian is not enough. Then there is Catholic, then there is Protestant. So these are all divisions by our human. Is being a Brahmin is not enough? Is being a Hindu is not enough? Is being a Christian is not enough? Darya says right, Jat is our Brahm. Our caste is Brahm. Brahm means Lord. Which is the caste of our Lord, that is our caste. So we are neither Hindu, nor Muslim, nor Christian, neither Brahmin, nor Shudra, nor Kshatriya, nor Vaishya. We have come from Brahma, from Lord, Satnam. Brahma means source of life, the original source of this vast existence. We have come from that Brahma and we have to return to it. And the one who recognizes the Lord between these two, between coming and going, between the movement, then his movement disappears. One who has recognized the Brahma within him, between birth and death, then there is no need for him to come again. This is life. This is the school, so that we can become aware, awaken, and recognize the Brahm within us, recognize the Lord within us. Keep a math in mind for identification. A fish is born in the ocean, but as long as it lives in the ocean, it will not know what the ocean is. Pull it out of the ocean. Ask a fisherman to take the fish out of the ocean. Leave it on the beach, in the sun, on a hot sand. Let it suffer for a little and then release it back into the ocean. The fish is the same, the ocean is the same, but everything has changed. Now the fish knows what the ocean is. Didn't know before? Now I realized, she said. Now I know that the ocean is my life, my joy, my celebration. Now I know that the ocean is my music, the ocean is my dance, a moment's escape from the ocean, and the beginning of hell and pain and misery and misfortune. We come from the ocean of Brahma. We come from the ocean of Satnam, Satpurush, the Lord. There are fishes which were thrown on the shores of the world. These have been thrown deliberately so that the lesson can be learned. The only way to learn a lesson is to be separated for a while. If the union had never broken, then would have no realization. A story come into my mind. A very rich man decided in the last days of his life that he had achieved everything: money, position, prestige. There were heaps of diamonds, but he don't know happiness. He don't know it even for a moment. Took pain to get wealth. There is no happiness in getting money. There is wealth, but there is the happiness, no happiness. And the last moments of life start approaching. The sun is starting to set. Now it will melt, then it will melt. The sun started setting in the west. Night will come any moment. Before death comes, we have to know happiness, he said. So he filled a bag, big bag, with precious diamonds and jewels. He rode on his horse, went to many beggars, went to many fakirs, so-called fakirs, and told the beggars, I am ready to give all the money, show a glimpse of happiness. But who will show a glimpse of happiness? How to show a glimpse of happiness? Even that so-called fakirs were eager to take his money. Now just think about it. Who were eager to take his wealth? Were they able to give him a glimpse of happiness? Even they himself hasn't got a glimpse yet. Because right now even they are thinking that if they get money, then maybe they will get a glimpse. And despite having eyes, they are blind. This man got money and is roaming around with a bag of money, saying that he is ready to give it to anyone. A glimpse, just a glimpse of happiness. Let me just take a look and see what happiness is, or I will give up everything, this rich man said. Then he got news of a Sufi fakir, the real fakir. People said, we will not be able to give a glimpse. The truth is that after seeing your wealth, you awakened greed within us. They said, we were just about to reach to the enlightenment. We were about to reach, but when you paid, now we are destroyed. You yourself failed and you made us fail too? Yes, there is a fakir. He is a bit of a fakir. Maybe that will be useful for you. Go there. So the rich man went, stopped his horse under that fakir's tree. Sufi fakir told his entire story to the fakir. The fakir listened carefully. The rich man also opened his bag and showed it. There was a pile of diamonds and jewels in it. Will be worth billions and trillions, the fakir said. Please close this bag. The rich man closed the bag. He felt that if he was a fakir, he had achieved something. And the other fakirs were completely enamored with the bag. Suddenly saliva started dripping from their eyes. They had forgotten about giving him happiness. They were engrossed in their own desire to attain happiness. This fakir said, stop this garbage, close the bag, then let's talk about showing some happiness. The rich man closed the bag. The fakir looked good, a person who has accumulated wealth throughout his life, like such a good person. And as soon as he closed the bag and keep it aside, the fakir got up and ran away with the bag. For a moment, the rich man did not understand what was happening. By the time he regained consciousness, the fakir was gone and gone. 9 to his 11. The place was familiar to him. That forest was familiar. He was familiar with the nearby village. Everything was unknown to this rich man. Ran immediately after him. Ran wildly. Left the horse also. Forgot about the horse. Shouting that he had robbed. He was robbed. Ruined. My entire life's hard work was ruined. Hey, this is not a fakir. This is a scoundrel. He's lecherous. He's a thief. Keep shouting, keep running. He said that catch him, catch him. The whole village was standing and watching. The village knew the fakir. He had done such feats many times before. People were aware of his actions, that he does something wrong. Must have done something. No one seemed interested in catching it, and the rich man was even more surprised. Then he started abusing the entire village, saying that the entire village belonged to scoundrels and scoundrels. Is this fakir your leader or what? Why not catch it? People were laughing and giggling, but his life was at risk. Panting, running, kept chasing the fakir. The fakir reached back under the same tree where the horse was still standing. He kept the bag at the same place from where he had picked it up and stood behind the tree, hiding himself. After a while, the rich man also started panting, drenched in sweat. He had never run like this in his life. The opportunity never came. When he saw the bag, he immediately picked it up, hugged it to his chest and said, "Oh God, blessed are you. In what words would I thank you? My soul is getting such peace, such happiness, which has never been found before." Then Fakir said, "You got it. Let's have a little darshan." Got a glimpse. The rich man did not know that he was hiding behind the tree. The Fakir came out, sat in his place. He said, "Look, you said to show me a glimpse. I did. Now go to your home. Now you work further." Then the rich man realized, fell at his feet, said, "I didn't recognize," shouted, abused the entire village. Now I understand why those village people were not catching you. They might know you. What a wonderful thing you did." The fakir said, "There was no other way than this. This is the method of God, and this is the method of all Satgurus, all saints, real saints, perfect masters. You won't even know until it's taken away from you. Suddenly you found happiness. You always had this bag with you. You didn't thank God first by hugging it. Why are you giving thanks today?" After some time, the fish was released from the ocean. This world is a system of education. Therefore, those who have told you to leave the world are the same people who should convince your children to leave school, that run away. Then this is school. Don't quit. There is something to learn here. Here we are separated from God, that which is our original source, origin, Brahma. Our connection with Him has been broken. This separation has to be endured so that there can be a possibility of meeting again. And the joy of meeting after separation is different. Our caste is Brahma, our parents are Ram. We have also lost our caste. I don't know what they have become. There are about 300 religions on earth, and among the 300 religions, there are at least 3,000 small castes, subcaste, and whatnot. What a net has been spread, and those whom we call good people also have the same trap within them. When a person like Shankaracharya, whom Indians consider to be the pinnacle of Vedanta, was touched by a Shudra, he became angry. Shankaracharya destroyed all Vedanta, forgot all the notions that the world is illusion and the Brahma is truth. Immediately he realized that Shudra is true. There is no truth like Brahma, etc. A Shudra touched it, forgotten knowledge, forgotten quartlet. He became very angry and he said, "The Shudra, how dare you to touch me? You don't know I am Brahmin." He was moving from the river and climbing the stairs when the Shudra touched him. Early morning darkness. Now he have to take a bath again. That Shudra said, "You must take bath, but before taking bath, answer some of my questions, then go away. One thing is that if the world is an illusion, then who touched whom? If I don't exist, if this body is an illusion, then can two illusions touch each other? And even if illusion touches illusion, what is the harm? And your illusion is pure and my illusion is impure. Have some hesitation, have some shame. Be careful about what you say. Don't lick the spit so easily." Then I also ask whether bathing in the Ganga river purifies the body or the soul. Will water touch the body or the soul? If the body has become pure, then how can the body become pure? Because the body is dust. and you are the one who explains that there is nothing in the body. All these great people explain, especially in women's bodies, because all these writers are men. It is a great blessing that women did not write the scriptures. They should write. All men are writers. Women are not even allowed to study. A different calculation has been made for them. Read Ramayana, read the story of Satyanarayan. Garbage, not Upanishad, not what is valuable. This body is a body. How holy will this be? And the soul is pure. How will you purify it? That Shudra raised very valuable questions, which the great Vedanti could not raise. If Shankaracharya was stunned in front of any person, then he was a Shudra. But even Shankaracharya does not care that if the world is called Brahma, then what will be its meaning? If all the beings are God, then what would be the meaning of this? That you are Shudra and I am Brahmin. Then what kind of Brahmin? Then what kind of Shudra? Castes have been created upon caste. People are engaged in great service, engaged in great religious activities, but the fundamental misconceptions remain the same. Mother Teresa received the Nobel Prize because she provided great service to the poor. This is a complete lie. That's just hypocrisy. It's superficial nonsense. There is something different inside. Have opened orphanages, widow asylums have been opened. Those are tricks on how women, how orphan children can become Christians. And not just Christians, there should be Catholic Christians. I heard about some incident of that time. A Protestant family come from America and prayed to Mother Teresa that they wanted to adopt a child. They did not have a child. So they were given to fill a form in which the first thing in the form was that a child can be adopted only if you are a Catholic Christian. That Protestant family was shocked. They said, "We are also Christians, you are also Christian. There is a slight difference that we are Protestant and you are Catholic. No huge difference. We believed in the same Bible, the same Jesus, same you, same us. There are slight differences and you are ready to serve mankind. What difference does it make to you?" But no, the Protestant family was not given the right to adopt a child despite being Christians. These are all frauds. There are great things above. These orphanages, these widows' homes, this service to the poor and needy are nothing but the propagation of Catholic Christianity. How to increase the number of Catholics in the world? In ancient times, people used to argue with each other to decide who was right. Then things got worse. The era of arguments is gone because arguments take years and are still not conclusive. Who has been able to decide? Which theist has been able to convince an atheist that God exists? And which atheist has been able to convince any theist that God does not exist? Who has been able to explain the Jain to the Hindu? Which Hindu has been able to understand the Jain? That's a very long matter to explain. So the Muslims took the shortcut, the sword. Where are you in this nonsense? Settle now. Might it right? The one who wins is the truth. Satyamev Vijayate. It is said that the truth always wins. They made a slight distinction. They said, the one who wins is the truth. There is only a little difference, not much difference. But the days of the swords are also gone. The man became a little civilized. He found it absurd that the principles of the life should be decided by the sword. Then how should the decision be made? Then something more clever was invented. Serve. Open the hospital, open an orphanage, build a widow's home, build an old age home, press the feet of lepers, give food to the beggars, convert people like this by feeding them bread and giving them medicine. Naturally, the result will be the same. Like it is in India, no rich family is a Christian in India. Why would it happen? Why would someone who has his own bread, his own house, his own money be a Christian? Who have become Christians in India? The tribals, the naked, the beggars, the hungry, the poor, the orphans, the crippled, they have all become Christians. caste upon castes, religions upon religions, small pieces inside them. Sant Darya says, remember only one thing, that apart from God, we neither have any mother nor we have any father. And we have no caste except Brahma, no caste except the God, the Lord. If there is such realization, there is a revolution in life. Only then does the sun of real religion rise for the first time in your life. गिर है हमारा शून्य में. Then you will know that in the void is our home, our real home, in Sachkhand. What Buddha has called nirvana, the same is called Darya Shunya. In the ultimate void, in the ultimate peace, where not even a wave arises, in such a calm ocean or a calm lake, where there is no wave of thought, no surge of lust, where there is no disturbance of thought, where void music plays, ANHAD, sound current, where the sound of ANHAD is resonating, that is where our home is. Vishram is NAAD, ANHAD NAAD. Take rest in ANHAD NAAD. And the one who has attained that void has attained rest. One who do bhajan simran and go to the Lord, then he has attained rest. And such a rest which has no limit, which has no limit. Vishram in ANHAD. This is the definition of a monk. गिर है हमारा शून्य में, अनहद में विश्राम. This is a complete definition of the sannyasi, the real satsangi. What for this? It is important that we know caste is our Brahm, parents are Ram, the God, the Lord. I consider my people, my YouTube people, you are neither a Christian, nor a Hindu, nor a Muslim, nor a Jain, nor a Buddhist. You are just searching for the void, searching for the shunya, searching for the silence, tearing down all the walls. You will have to be within, searching for the limitless, transcending the limits. Don't leave the house. While living at home, I have to know that the home is not my limit. You should have to know. Don't leave your family. While living in a family, you have to know that family is not my limit. That's it. This realization, call this realization meditation, call it awakening, call it wisdom, call it peace. Whatever words you like, say them. But consider it as a goal that you have to reach zero, shunya. You have to reach that anhad naad, that sound current, that shabad. Only then will you get rest. Otherwise life is a agony, a pain, a separation, fire of separation. In this we get burnt, become tired, are broken, are scattered, are uprooted. Our leaves have withered, forget about flowers blooming. Our roots are drying up. And as soon as has established one's root in the void, in the anhad naad, in the Lord, in the Shabad, greenery immediately prevails. Flowers emerge, spring comes. Flowers have a fragrance. Then the bees start singing songs, the bees starts humming. It is only in that moment of celebration that one realizes that life has been fulfilled. Before that we are living in vain. Only after that living is living. Only after that to die is die, live to die. After that there is fun in living and there is fun in dying too. After that life is also a thanksgiving and death is the ultimate height and the ultimate pinnacle of the thanksgiving. You should have to die daily. How to die to live? Just do bhajan and simran. What is bhajan and simran? Simran is just chanting words which are given by your Satguru. Just see between the both eyes, between the darkness, and do your simran and just try to remember the face of Satguru. Just try to remember. If you were not able to remember, then just look at the dark and do your chanting, do your simran. Then after some time, concentration will happen. After concentration, there is a sound coming from the upper of the head or in the right ear. Then try to listen it. Listening to this sound, this music from right ear, this is a bhajan. What is bhajan? Bhajan is listening to this sound and just keep looking between the eyes light or between the dark or between the darkness. Just try to listen to this sound. Just keep listening and be aware of this sound and just looking at the dark. This listening of this music is bhajan. In Simran, just chanting and only looking between the dark, and in bhajan, just listen the music, not doing chanting and not remembering the Sadguru face while listening to this music. So I think you should know that what is bhajan and Simran. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Radha Swami Ji.